Hey guys, this is another kitchen video. I got this as a gift from a couple of friends last night. Apparently, we were talking about pickling, and they happened to have this. So this is from a company called Primal Kitchen. It's a really nice little kit for getting started with fermentation. Includes this is for sauerkraut. So we're going to be making sauerkraut today. Comes with some instructions, stuff like that. So we get a lid. These are for mason jars. We also get this is for the airlock during the fermentation process. I've brewed a lot of beer in the past, so I'm actually pretty familiar with fermentation in general. I've made a lot of sourdough and stuff like that. So this is our sea salt. And it also comes with a kind of a standard airlock if you're familiar with brewing. We'll talk about that in a bit. And it comes with a weight that, if you're familiar with sauerkraut, which I've never made before, but I kind of did my studying on it today to so wow, this thing is wrapped really tight in there. Basically, it's anaerobic fermentation. Okay, and then this goes on the top to hold everything down. You don't want your vegetables and stuff to be exposed to the air. So the next thing that I bought in anticipation of this last night was not one. Move the camera up. Not one, but two big ass mason jars. So basically, the steps on this: I've got 2 small heads of cabbage in the fridge. I need to get those out and clean them, and then I need to clean these. I was going to desanitize them, but I think just washing them out. The thing about this, unlike brewing with beer and stuff, which you have to watch out for infections from things that are not yeast. Apparently that's not a concern here because it's an anaerobic process. But let me go ahead and get these cleaned out, and we'll get the cabbage out and get started on that. So the next thing, I haven't done the cabbage yet, we'll get to that in a minute. I've washed the jar. The next thing is we need to find out how much salt is in this package and how much cabbage we have. After doing a little bit of research earlier, it's generally recommended to have about a 2% salt to content ratio in the brine. So let's go ahead and measure this. This is in metric. This is about 13 grams of sea salt. Then we have, let's see, what is that? Almost 693 for that one, and I think this one is 676. So if you do the math, there's 13 grams will work for about 650 grams of cabbage. So this packet is going to be just about the right size for this one. And then we'll make up the difference. So, I've saved one piece from the outside that's not really dirty. This will sit on the top. And this will sit on the top. So we'll throw that in the bucket. Apparently you don't want the core. And hopefully that's coming out. Now, let's weigh. I should have pre-weighed the bowl. Damn it. Alright, problem solved. Got a second bowl. So, I've already tared the bowl out. If I transfer cabbage back into it, we get 621 grams or so of cabbage. If you do the math on that, 600.2%, or sorry, 2% of 620 some odd grams is roughly 12 to 13 grams anyway. So instead of cutting up this entire second head, I'm just going to go with this, and I'll use this other cabbage for something else. So I'm just going to add the salt and massage it in, and then we'll add it to the container. This is salt, right? Yep, salt. That would be strange that if it turned out not to be salt, but it is. Alright guys, been about, I don't know, 20 minutes. It's long enough to have some coffee and watch a YouTube video or 3. Yeah, so it's a little hard to tell. There's a lot of water out now. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over to the mason jar. And let's see. That is full. As full as it's going to get. Alright, so the next thing is to mush it down. Just remembered I had this little silicone thing, so this will help to get some of this off the sides. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to put the mason jar lid on it and let this sit for another half hour to an hour. And the salt will help to draw more water out, and so that'll raise it up. Because the idea is we need to get the water level up significantly above the cabbage. Alright, here we are 2 days later. Starting to see fermentation happening. I've seen a few bubbles. They're slow. See it a little bit there. A few bubbles coming up. So this is day 2. Or no, day 3. So we'll come back again probably tomorrow when it's a little further along. Alright guys, this is a significantly longer amount of time later. I think from the last video it's been about a week and a half, so you can tell I took the airlock off some time ago. The little glass weight that I have it down in here, which was supposed to keep everything down, didn't work 100%, so I've had some of the cabbage float to the top over time, and it's been exposed to the air. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of scoop that out, and straightforward enough. And because the idea is you don't want to expose this to the air if you can. Let's see if we can get this out. It definitely smells like sauerkraut. So I just want to try and get some of the stuff on the top off. I don't actually really think it matters that much, but better safe than sorry. So part of the problem is that this is the this leaf right here is the leaf that I put on top, and the weight is right here. So look at all the air and stuff coming up. Cool. Alright, so I'm just going to push that down then, and that should be okay. But let me see if I can get more of this stuff off the top. Yeah, the smell of the sauerkraut is really strong. Yeah, I may just be making this worse. You know, I think this is probably okay. So that'll do that for now. I might get a little bit more of this off. So the current plan is to let this sit for about another week. And then we'll drain everything out and see how it comes up. So that should be possibly the final part of this video.